Hi, everyone. Welcome to Everyday Real English from Real Life Podcast.
Welcome to Real English Podcast.
I'm Annie.
I'm Brendy. We are so happy you are here with us today.
If you enjoy improving your English, please like, subscribe, and share this with your friends for the Real English Podcast.
It might sound fast at first. That's real American speed. We'll slow it down later, so for now, just listen and enjoy. So today, we're going to do a deep dive into something that I think almost everyone can relate to. Winter wellness.
Yeah, that time of year when it gets cold, it gets dark, and it can just be tough.
It really can. You know, you feel low on energy. Maybe you don't have as much motivation. Sometimes even just getting out of bed feels heavy.
For sure. And there's a real biological reason for that. It's not just in your head.
Right. And the main cause is pretty simple, isn't it? It's about the days getting shorter.
Exactly. Less sunlight, that's the key. It affects our mood, our sleep, and our body's internal clock, our circadian rhythm.
It really makes you want to just hibernate like a bear or something. Just stay inside where it's cozy.
Totally. And, there are actually two common ways we talk about this feeling in the winter.
Okay.
There are the winter blues, and then there's something a bit more serious called Seasonal Affective Disorder, or SAD.
So let's talk about the winter blues first. That sounds milder.
It is. The winter blues are very common. It's that temporary dip in your mood. You might feel more tired than usual. Maybe starting a task or finishing it just feels a little bit harder. But the key thing is it doesn't really stop you from doing your day-to-day things.
Okay, so it's like a light version. But then there's the more serious one you mentioned, SAD.
Right. Seasonal affective disorder is actually a type of depression that's tied to the seasons.
So it starts in the fall, lasts in the winter.
And then gets better in the spring. Exactly. It affects about 5% of Americans. And it's interesting, it's actually 4 times more common in women.
Wow. Okay, so what are the signs? How would someone know if they have SD and not just the winter blues?
Well, there are a few key symptoms to watch for. First, feeling sad or hopeless most of the time. It's a very persistent low mood.
Not just for a day or two.
No, it sticks around. Second is feeling really, really tired. It's called hypersomnia, where you sleep too much, but you still wake up feeling exhausted.
That's a big one. And then I'd imagine you lose interest in things.
That's the third symptom. Losing interest in things you usually love to do. That feeling of pleasure is just gone.
And what about, like, food? Does that change?
Yes. A really specific sign is wanting to eat a lot more carbohydrates or sugary foods. That can sometimes lead to weight gain over the winter.
And the last one?
Just having trouble focusing or concentrating on things.
Okay, so if you're listening, and this sounds very familiar, what's the first step?
The first step is always to see a doctor or a healthcare provider. It's really important to get a professional opinion.
Absolutely. And the good news is that SAD is very treatable.
Yeah.
Right? There are things like light therapy or psychological help.
For sure. Even getting advice from a doctor about vitamin D can help. There are a lot of options.
That's really encouraging. So now that we understand the why, let's talk about the how. How can we help ourselves through the winter?
I love this part. We've put together a simple toolkit, just 3 things to remember, A, B, and C.
Okay, I like that. A, B, C. What's A?
A is for activity, moving your body.
Which we know is so important for mental health. Exercise really does help with feelings of depression and anxiety.
It's huge, but it can be hard to do in the winter.
It really can. So what are some simple tips?
Well, you can always try indoor workouts, things like yoga or just dancing around your living room, simple routines.
And if you are working out inside, a great tip is to do it near a window.
Yeah.
Try to get as much of that natural daylight as you can.
Yes, and set really small goals. Don't tell yourself you have to work out for an hour.
Right.
Just start with a 5-minute walk or a short bike ride. The key is just to start. You can always do more later.
And of course, if you do go outside, make sure to bundle up, wear layers, and be careful if it's icy or slippery.
There's a great psychological trick for motivation I wanted to share.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine your future self. Think about you, but 6 months from now, at the start of summer. That version of you exercised all winter. How does that person feel?
Oh, that's good. They probably feel strong, healthy, proud.
Exactly. So you try to feel that feeling now. Use that good feeling about your future self to motivate you to take that walk today.
I love that. It's like borrowing motivation for the future. Okay, so A is activity. What's B?
B is for balance. This is all about regulating your emotions.
Okay, what does that mean in a simple way?
Well, imagine you're walking on a tightrope. That tightrope is your window of tolerance. It's where you feel good, calm, and able to handle things.
Right. And you can fall off on either side.
Exactly. On one side, you have overwhelm. That's your fight or flight response, where everything feels like too much, you feel anxious.
And the other side.
That's disengagement. Feeling numb, shut down, kind of frozen. The goal is just to stay on that tightrope in that balanced state.
So how do we do that? How do we stay balanced?
The first step is just to notice the signs. Pay attention to when you start to feel overwhelmed or when you start to shut down.
And when you notice it, you can do something.
Yes. You can use what we call grounding techniques. They help bring you back to the present moment.
Like breathing exercises.
Slow breathing is a perfect example. Or using your 5 senses. Just stop and ask yourself, what are 5 things I can see right now? What can I hear? What can I smell?
That really pulls you out of your head and into the here and now.
It does. And you can also do soothing activities, things that make you feel calm, whatever that might be for you.
That's great. So we have A for activity, B for balance. That leaves C.
C is for connection.
And this is really 2 things, right? Connecting with other people and
connecting with yourself. Both are so important, especially in winter when we tend to stay inside more. Loneliness is a huge health concern.
it really is. So let's start with connecting with others. What are some simple actions we can take?
Super simple things. Reach out. Send a quick text message to a friend. Or make a phone call to a family member.
Just that little bit of contact can make a huge difference.
For sure. And also be social. Plan fun things to do, like a movie night or a walk with a friend, and then really try to stick to those plans.
Even when you feel like canceling and staying on the couch.
Especially then. Another great way to connect is to volunteer. Helping other people is such a powerful boost for your own mental health. It makes you feel more satisfied with your own life.
Okay, so that's connecting with others. What about connecting with yourself? What does that mean?
It means having self-awareness and self-acceptance. It's about making sure your actions line up with who you really are.
And how do we practice that?
A great way to start is to just check in with yourself. Maybe when you're having your morning coffee, just take a moment and ask, how am I feeling today? Really?
Just taking that pause.
Yep. Journaling is another great tool, just writing down your thoughts and feelings with no judgment.
And I think a huge part of this is self-compassion. Being kind to yourself.
Oh, absolutely. When you feel a difficult emotion like sadness, you should practice validating it. Instead of fighting it, just say to yourself, it's okay that I feel like this right now.
That is so powerful. It gives you permission to just be human.
It really does.
This ABC toolkit is so helpful. Activity, balance, and connection. Really simple things we can all do.
And now, let's listen to a short, real-life conversation.
This is a dialogue between 2 friends talking on a cold evening.
Hey, how have you been lately?
Honestly, I've been feeling a bit run down. Winter always hits me hard.
Yeah, same here. I'm trying to take better care of myself this season.
Me too. I'm sleeping more, drinking tea, and saying no to extra stress.
That sounds really healthy. I think winter's a good time to slow down.
Absolutely. I'm choosing calm over busy this winter.
That was a great example of a natural conversation you might have in the winter.
Now, let's practice some of the useful expressions we heard.
We'll say each phrase, and you can repeat it after us. We'll leave a short pause for you.
Ready? Let's begin. Repeat after us.
I'm coming down with something.
I feel run down.
I'm trying to stay healthy this season.
I need to slow down.
I'm choosing calm over busy.
Great job. Those are all very simple, very natural phrases you can use in your own conversations this winter.
For sure. And the big takeaway from our whole conversation today is that winter is really a time for rest.
Yeah, it's a time for caring for yourself, not for pushing harder and harder.
So please take this time to recharge your mind and your body. It will help you get through these cold months feeling well.
Thanks for listening to Real English Podcast.
And remember, if you found this helpful, please like, subscribe, and share the Real English Podcast with your friends.
And if you want to review today's lesson, I uploaded a free PDF summary in the description and in the comments. Feel free to download it and study at your own pace.